live recording this right now. It is Wednesday, December 10th. Connor's finally here. Man, Dylan, we're sitting here. We're dressing up professional for these shows, wearing suits, trying to bring it on a Sunday afternoon with the college football playoff reveal. Meanwhile, Connor's pretending to get on a plane to go see Shedeur play. I don't know what's going on.
Wait a second. I want to defend Connor real quick because I do think we have to have a conversation about where the funds of this show go moving forward. I think we need to have to allocate funds to
one Shedeur Sanders game a year.
No, I think we need to send him to fake go to every Titans game. Because is it ironic that he says he's going to go to the Browns game, it gets snowed out or whatever, and then the Titans win their first, I'm going to say first real win of the year, because we all know the Cardinals one didn't count.
I could not believe it. Get the news like, hey, you're going to Browns Titans. It's like, all right, it's going to be awesome in a sweet NFL game. It's great. But in terms of football, probably two of the worst teams in the NFL. I mean, I'll just tell it like it is. And then, can't go, sit on the runway for 3.5 hours, get home, watch the second half, 60 total points. I missed a barn burner.
Hey, hit the parlay.
That was your parlay pick, and it was like 33.5. I do think we need to talk about that too. Is that the first NFL parlay this year?
That is the first one, and that is maybe our only parlay ever where it wasn't even remotely a sweat.
Not even close. Not even close. What was your pick again, Carter?
Over 52.5 Bills Bengals.
Oh my gosh. Yep. Oh my gosh.
Sharp. That was sharp. Yeah.
Snow.
Good for us.
Yeah.
Is there any particular reason, though, the 1 week that Ohio State loses, we don't do a full college football recap? We just talk about it for 5 seconds on the college football playoff reveal show? Which I apologize to the viewers for my lagginess. I knew it was going to happen. So I apologize for that. Hand up.
It's above my pay grade. Why we didn't talk about that, Dylan? I'll have to ask the boss.
We got next week. Next week we're going to dive all into that. I've already got my bracket set.
I'll hold you to it.
I got my bracket made, ready to roll.
Positivity Bunny?
You're going to have to share your screen and tell the people what you're talking about.
Connor, are you aware of the Positivity Bunny that's in the Eagles locker room?
No, I don't believe I am.
Okay, how am I the only one that has heard,
is it Big Dom?
You might be online too much, Dylan.
I'm not the only one that watches. Yeah, I'm the one that's not on X and the only one that knows about the Positivity Bunny.
Not on X. Not on X.
Also, Positivity Bunny, I mean, that's the most Threads thing I've ever heard, or Blue Sky.
No, they don't do that over on Threads. Threads, we talked about on the live show. Threads is more vile than X. I'm convinced there's just bots created that Meta created to be mean. It's insane. The stupidest stuff. Positivity Rabbit. This was put into the locker room after the loss to the Bears before the Chargers game. The Positivity Rabbit 0-1.
Positivity Rabbit got shot.
Positivity Rabbit is no longer in the locker room, I would have to imagine. I imagine a knife got put to the Positivity Rabbit.
Is this an A.J. Brown? Does this stem from A.J. Brown? This seems like something he would do.
I think I saw something about that.
I was going to say, I thought it was more like the social team. That seems like a social team move. Like, we got the Positivity Rabbit in here. I don't think anything's going to help the Eagles. Well, Positivity Rabbit, pulling a rabbit out of a hat, bring in have an exorcism or something. I don't know what's going to happen. Nothing's fixing that Eagles offense. It's terrible.
You said Positivity Rabbit. I thought that might be Big Dom's new job title. They keep, moving him around, moving his titles around, give him a headset. I figure he's just got something else on his plate.
Hey, you can do this, Jalen. You got it, Jalen. Come on, Jalen. Do it for me, man. Also, while we're going off the rails here already, nothing makes me happier than seeing Jalen Hurts throw 4 interceptions after that Rossi girl makes the TikTok saying that this is why Jalen's better than Dak. He doesn't turn the ball over. And then seeing all of the TikTok edits of Jalen Hurts throwing 4 interceptions and then somehow turning the ball over twice in one play. Now, in his defense, I don't know if you watched the Monsters, Inc. broadcast, but James P. Sullivan showed out in that game. 4 interceptions. Picked Jalen Hurts off 4 times.
What is he, 8 feet tall?
You would think you'd be able to see him. Hey, maybe I don't throw at that guy.
Yeah, he's taking up half the field. Just look the other way.
Defensive Player of the Year.
And those Hurts interceptions were so bad.
So bad.
It wasn't even like you can pinpoint to, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, Karter, the Mahomes defender," but like some of those Mahomes interceptions against the Texans, like Travis Kelce just couldn't catch the ball, or Rashee Rice, like they weren't necessarily Mahomes' fault. All 4 of those were terrible by Jalen Hurts. I mean, absolutely terrible. And it's to the point now where it's funny, too, because they lost this game when Saquon ran well on the ground, had 122 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Meanwhile, when Jalen Hurts drops back to pass, you have zero confidence something good's going to happen.
Well, even that last one, the one in overtime to Dotson in the corner, the one that ended the game, there was somebody open in the flat. Wasn't there? There was somebody open right below that first defender. So it's just decisions like that I don't know. I mean, the Eagles, as a resident Philly fan on this show the last couple of years, I think they're done. I don't think this team's going anywhere in the playoffs.
It is funny, too, because I think Big Cat's been going about this right now is just Jalen Hurts just has early onset Russell Wilson.
There's worse things to have.
Kind of weird with the media, kind of odd dude, but like he's just kind of odd. And then also kind of playing the same career arc as Russell Wilson too.
I just don't know, where did the design runs go? I mentioned this the last time we got on here. Where did the design Jalen Hurts runs go?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I mean, besides the tush push, of course.
Yeah, but
even then they're faking it. They're faking the tush push and handing it off to Saquon. Saquon's longest play of the year was a fake tush push.
I get scared using this because I've been blasted for saying it about Isaiah Pacheco, but maybe they're saving it for the playoffs.
We'll see. If he's healthy, yeah, we'll see. I don't know what the problem is.
It's awful.
That offense is brutal.
And now you've got the Eagles. They're 8-5 right now, and the Cowboys are sitting there at 6-1. It's not the craziest thing in the world to say the Eagles could lose the division. I mean, I still think it's extremely unlikely, but even still, like the fact that it's even close is, I don't know. I just don't believe in this Eagles team going forward. Connor, I think we said it a couple weeks ago. At least I said it. I didn't believe in this team as Super Bowl contenders, and it's just getting proven more and more each and every week.
Yeah, and the thing is, their schedule, they've got the Raiders, the Commanders twice, and the Bills. So that's probably 3 wins.
They're
so
going
they
to
probably win the division still. Yeah, they probably still win the division.
Yeah. Still don't think they're Super Bowl contenders. Dylan,
no.
But this isn't a big Dylan victory lap either, though, because you never went scorched earth on the Eagles, and I'm disappointed.
No, and I'm on
you.
record. I said I was very close to it in the first half of the Cowboys game, and then everything kind of got righted there, and I was like, okay, I'm going to hold off on this. No, and I have a take here too. Arguably the most boring NFL season in recent years. Am I alone in that boat? Because I'm thinking, like, I'm looking at the playoff standings right now and the percentage chance that each team has to make it. Like, we're up on week 15, so what? 4 weeks left, and a good chunk of the playoff picture is kind of already determined. Like, I'm looking at the AFC. The Steelers have a 65% chance, and the Chargers have a 76% chance of making the playoffs. But everybody else, the Patriots and the Broncos are both in. The Jaguars have 97% chance. Bills have a 96% chance. Shout out Wilkerson rankings. Texans have a 90% chance. And then even on the NFC side, it's like Bears and Lions may switch out. I know you guys are going to want me to say Panthers, Bucs, but that's not going to happen. It's like everything kind of feels set.
No.
Well, of course. Okay, outside of Panthers, Bucs, everything feels set.
Lions, Bears, that's not set.
Lions, Bears, but that's the one thing I feel like in years past, week 15 with 4 more weeks of the year for all these teams to have a 90+% chance to make the playoffs. Now, of course, you can't. I think Colts. I'll go ahead and say it. You can probably rule them out. Can't rule out the Ravens. Can't rule out the Chiefs. But it doesn't really feel like there's many teams on the bubble sitting outside of the playoff picture that have a toss-up chance of making the playoffs.
Colts? Are we sure about the
I'm
Colts?
going no on the Colts. I'll go ahead and say no on the Colts.
Which is crazy. We were talking about them as the 1 seed for weeks and weeks.
Yeah.
You don't believe in Phillip Rivers?
I don't think he plays.
I think you're right. I don't think he does
You can
either.
currently get that for 14% on Kalshi if you're interested. I do not think he plays this year.
You know
I
what?
think it's
Real
an insurance
quick.
policy.
You said Kalshi had this conversation last night with some buddies. How is this still legal?
Oh, it won't be. Yeah, it won't be.
Wait, how soon do we get to like election swinging results betting on? Like a group of insiders put a bunch of shares on this side.
Yeah,
like, there's no way to
Pete
regulate
Buttigieg-
this.
Yeah, Pete Buttigieg is trashing his own election. Like I
But-
bet a bunch of no prices on me.
I guess the not argument against it. It doesn't. It's not like a sports book where if
Right.
you have insider information in a sports book or you throw a bet, like the sports book is at fault, and they're the ones that have the money to say, "Oh, wait a second, let's do these lawsuits or whatever for insider trading or whatever." And this, it's like, you're just taking money from someone else, which we can talk about the moral culpability of that, but I think it's the whole pretty much offering sports betting without being legal in like Florida and Texas and stuff that's going to get them in trouble. But I guess it's like regulated by the FTC, so it's like a stock market essentially.
Oh, then it's never getting regulated. Never mind. Insider trading will run rampant for years
Nancy
to come.
Pelosi's going to be the number one trader on call sheet. Whoa,
Yeah.
who's Nancy Pelosi? Yeah.
Who's in Pelosi 51? I don't know. There's no telling.
Oh, shoot. All that to be said, I don't think Phillip Rivers actually plays this year. It feels like Riley Leonard hasn't even been officially ruled out. He's still questionable. So I think they go with him if he's ready, and then signing Phillip Rivers was just a bit of an insurance policy if something does go south before the end of the year.
Would you want 44-year-old grandfather Phillip Rivers, who hasn't played since there were masks on people, or would you want a healthy Anthony Richardson? That's a good question, isn't it?
Oh, Richard's done. He's done for the year, isn't he?
I don't think he's done for the year.
Richardson isn't playing.
Steichen's giving updates like, oh, he's not at practice this week, but maybe next week.
Now
what I saw.
Well, Phillip Rivers, the last complete year he played, made the playoffs. Made the playoffs. It was 2020. Over 4,000 passing yards, 24 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Now, it's 5 years ago.
He's a grandfather. Come on, guy.
Literally
What are we
grandfather.
It doesn't seem likely for Anthony Richardson.
to play this year?
Yeah.
And Connor rejoices.
I'll just take another victory lap. Yeah.
I'd rather have Anthony Richardson, but it's not by much. I mean,
Depends on how you feel about your O-line. If you can keep Phillip Rivers upright and just let him throw the ball, maybe there's a chance. But if he gets hit, he's done.
so it's too late to get in on Phillip Rivers comeback player of the year tickets.
Oh, odds are tanked. Tanked.
Yeah, no, I'm good on the Phillip Rivers point. They're not going to do anything. I didn't think Riley Leonard was like awful when he came in that Colts game or anything, but like I'd rather have Riley Leonard who can actually run the ball than Daniel Jones when he was playing with a broken fibula. Like this dude's just destroyed right now. He's playing on a broken leg and then tore his Achilles on top of that, and on top of the numerous amount of concussions that he dealt with playing for the Giants for his entire career. Like this guy is done.
Yeah. That's probably it.
It was fun while it lasted.
It was a sweet week 12 run, 12 weeks, awesome with the Colts. I think this might be the end of Daniel Jones, as sad as it is to say.
What'd they get him for? 2 years? It wasn't a super long contract, was it?
I'll get stats.
He'll be back as a
on.
backup at least. He might not be a week one starter anymore, but he'll be somebody's backup.
It's kind of a shame. One year?
1 year, $14 million contract.
Yeah, I'm not feeling bad for him for that $14 million contract. It's kind of sad. It's like this Colts team, weeks 1 through 10. Like you said, we were talking about 1 seed in the playoffs, and now it kind of feels hopeless, like they're going to miss the playoffs now that Daniel Jones is out.
And you go all in, you trade for Sauce Gardner like that. It's like, hey, we're going to make a push. Like this is the year we're making a push, and now they're not even going to make playoffs.
Yeah.
Watch for a vibe change about Carly Irsay on the sideline. That's only a cool little story when you're winning. It's super lame and cheesy when you're losing. I just want to keep an eye out for that vibe change in the media.
But even if the Colts lose the rest of the season, like I don't think it's anybody's fault. It's just injuries.
No,
Unfortunate.
I don't think it's no. If it is anybody's fault, it's not like that defense was a little sus. A little sus of a defense.
Yeah, I mean, I
hear what you're saying. It's not like Carly Irsay's fault. I'm just saying things like that are only cute and fun. And, oh, look at Carly on the sideline, holding people's feet to the fire. That's only fun when you're winning football games.
Yeah.
And it's kind of lame when you're losing.
Well, And then you just keep looking at the playoff picture, and you're just looking at this 7-6 Panthers team, man. This, they're getting in, Dylan. It's a shame.
Eyelashes at you.
The
Getting
Bucs,
in what?
The Bucs are gonna lose to the Falcons on Thursday Night Football. Panthers beat the Saints, and then the Panthers will sweep the Bucs, and then boom, they're in the playoffs.
Do the Panthers still have to play the Bucs twice?
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
And the Seahawks.
Wow. Roger knew what he was doing.
And Dylan said this season's boring. Come on, Dylan.
Yeah, what are we
I
talking
forgot about that killer NFC South storyline that's developing.
So, hey, it's okay to Titans.
Oh, coming from the AFC South powerhouse over there. Sorry.
Was
Looks
that?
a lot-
What do you mean?
looks a
The
lot
Jags
different.
are dominant.
The AFC
Colts
South
are dominant.
is good.
The Colts were dominant until their starting quarterback tears his Achilles.
Dominant's a strong word.
Dominant. They own football.
Yeah, they're the third best division right now.
97% chance to make the playoffs.
See how long we can go silent. Okay. Yeah. All right.
How about those Texans?
Yeah, do you guys want to apologize at all for the Wilkerson rankings? It's all
Never wrong,
Dylan,
just early.
the Wilkerson rankings. Oh, they stink. They stink. Guess what? Top 5: Rams,
okay, hold
Seahawks,
up.
Colts asterisk,
Wilkerson-
Texans, Chiefs.
Wilkerson rankings or Wilkerson ratings?
They're interchangeable. Whatever you want.
Nope. It's not a data situation. It's
Yeah.
rankings or ratings. We need an official clarification, or else I'm trademarking the other.
You're voiding everything else.
You're trademarking the other one
Yeah, I'm going
for
to
the Karter blank. Let's go ratings. Wilkerson ratings.
Yeah, I think the ratings
With a
is
T.
way better.
Wilkerson ratings. Anybody want to apologize? Texans laughed me out of the Riverside studio when I said the Texans were good, 5th best team in football. Then they go and they beat the Chiefs, suffocating defense. They're in the playoffs, 90% chance to make the playoffs currently. And when they beat the Cardinals, it's 95% chance. And you guys sat there and laughed and pointed and spit on me, and you
Shamed you in the street. It's like Game of Thrones.
emasculated
Shame.
me. You tarred and feathered me.
Yeah,
Tarred me out to
feathered you.
hang in the public town square.
but the issue is the Texans are number 1 on the ratings right now, right? Or number 2?
No. Listen to this, top 5. And listen, you guys doubted this. You guys doubted this ratings system. Number 1, Rams.
Okay.
Number 2, Seahawks.
Nope.
Number 3, Colts. Asterisk. Got to make an adjustment. I haven't made my manual adjustments for quarterback yet. Number 4, Texans. Number 5, Chiefs.
Still think there's some flaws in the system.
Number 6, Jags. Number 7, Lions.
Yeah, there's a few flaws. No Broncos,
flaws.
no Patriots.
Broncos are 10th. Patriots are 12th. And I stand by those. I stand by those rankings.
Okay.
They are
Never wrong,
not
just
going
early.
to the Super Bowl.
No.
As of right now, my Super Bowl would be Rams-Texans.
Where's the Panthers?
GUN to the Panthers are in the middle of the pack. 17?
Okay, 17. Okay.
I have the. Wait a second. That's not right.
Yep. You have the Bucs at 19.
I have the Bucs at 17. I have the Panthers at 22. That's
Yeah,
what it
see,
is.
these ratings
No.
are off. They're terrible.
There's some flaws.
You guys, what you guys said a couple weeks ago too. Boy, is there egg on your face.
Oh, it's going to be so sad whenever the Texans lose that Saturday ESPN game. Yeah, man. I'm going to be devastated. I was so wrong.
Well, Saturday at
Just
4:30 when it's Patriots Texans and it's 13-10.
Yep.
I'll take
And
any
it's just like,
apologies.
this is awful. And
Patriots
CJ
schedule
Stroud
merger.
throws 2 interceptions, and it's like, oh, no, CJ Stroud's not the problem. It's everything else in Houston.
No, now here's the beauty of the Wilkerson ratings. I simultaneously believe the Texans are a very good football team, while I also believe that C.J. Stroud is a bad quarterback.
Yeah, the Seahawks at 2 is the one I have a problem with.
I would agree.
Okay.
Lots
all right.
of defensive scores, lots of defensive and special team scores that we're going to have to adjust for.
That's what I like to hear. Let's talk about some games. Let's go on. Thursday Night
Love
Football.
games.
Falcons, Bucs. Bucs 4.5-point favorite. Games in Tampa. Over under 44.5. Kirk Cousins, Baker Mayfield, classic NFC South matchup right now. the Bucs kind of teetering. You lose to Tyler Shuck, however you say his last name.
The mother shucker.
The mother shucker himself, Tyler Shuck. You lose to him. Oh, it seems all of a sudden. Also, Tyler Shuck, kind of scared of the guy. I mean, we can talk Panthers Saints, but I'm a little scared of him.
Sneaky, not horrible.
Bucs are only 4.5-point favorites against this dead Falcons team. Dylan, does Kirk Cousins upset the Bucs on a short week?
Mathematically dead, like literally out of playoff contention.
Everything dead. They don't have their first round pick. Dead, just across the board.
They still have their head coach.
He's a
for another
lame
4
duck
weeks.
head coach. Yeah. It's weekend at Bernie's right now.
I love it. Is Kirk Cousins going? So here, Kirk was not looking too bad until that Seahawks game. Seahawks game was a rough showing for us Kirk stands. I also have a hot take that Fernando Mendoza is Kirk Cousins reincarnated. Just watch some interviews. We can get into that on College Football Show later. Yes, I think the Falcons win. And this is purely just, I think the Buccaneers are somehow still overvalued in the market. Like, it seems like we're still sitting here and talking about those first 4 Baker Mayfield game-winning drive comeback wins. They're not really that good of a team, and I think we're still valuing them like that. I think the Falcons win this game. As much as I hate to give you any sort of pro-Panthers discussion points, I think the Falcons win. It'll be kind of interesting to see if the Falcons come out a little bit more free. No Drake London. They've been kind of spamming Bijan Robinson. I would keep an eye out. Fantasy playoffs. Kyle Pitts. I know you've heard that story a couple times, but I think he scores a touchdown.
You want
Give
to
me the Falcons.
You want to risk your fantasy playoffs on Kyle Pitts? The playoffs? Oh, man. That's tough.
I'm all in on Kyle
Your season
Pitts.
could be over on Thursday night.
Well,
Kyle Pitts drops a goose egg, you're done.
let's hope maybe you have Christian McCaffrey as well.
No, okay.
I like Kyle Pitts. We'll go Kyle Pitts anytime touchdown. Book it.
There we go.
I like it, Dylan. I'm with you on this. I think the Bucs. I mean, Egbuka's been a shell of himself. I don't understand. Like this was. I don't know what happened. I know he got hurt. He had that slight injury, missed a game or two, didn't he? I don't know what happened to him.
I saw a very rough montage of drops from Sunday from Egbuka.
Well, that
was kind of
wide
shocking.
open in the end zone. Yeah, I mean it was a decently tough grab, but you got to come down with that.
Yeah, especially with how he performed earlier in the year. You would like that. That's a no-brainer. So yeah. that was a shocking clip I saw. But anyway.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I like the Falcons here. I think they are going to be playing more free. That Bucs defense, I mean, I think you're right, Dylan. We're still giving them credit for what they did early in the season. They're a different team now. Baker's banged up. I thought it was going to be Teddy Bridgewater for the last couple of weeks, and Baker started playing again. I'm going to go with the Falcons here. I really am. I'm going to trust Kirk Cousins. I think it's going to be a gross, low-scoring game. I think it's going to be another one of those, oh my gosh, 17-13 type deals. Al Michaels is dead in his chair type deal. But I'm going to go with the Falcons.
Yeah, this is a classic game too, where you place a bet on someone. It feels like you're either going to hit every single bet in this game, or you're going to lose every single bet in this game. It's going to be a horrific night or a fantastic night if you're betting on Thursday Night Football. Baker Mayfield over the last 4 weeks, he's played the Bills, Rams, Cardinals, Saints. I'd say the Rams are the only good defense out of that group. 4 interceptions, 4 touchdowns, and no games where he's had 200-plus yards throwing.
Can you read those 4 teams again?
Bills, Rams, Cardinals,
Okay.
Saints.
You're right. I wanted to argue with you, but you're right.
None of those are good defenses. And then the Cardinals, they tried to blow that game. Yeah, they're getting everybody back. Everyone seems healthy and everything. I don't know if it necessarily matters, because even earlier on in the season when everybody was healthy, if it wasn't for Younghoe Koo pooping his pants, the Falcons would have won that game week 1.
Yep. Yeah.
I think this Bucs thing is, I think the offense is stale. I just think things aren't clicking anymore, and it's obvious the defense isn't special by any means. I mean, Tyler Shuck was thrown all over them. I don't see it with this Bucs team going forward, and I'm not trying to do the Panthers homer thing, because I still think the Panthers can absolutely blow it to close the season. I'm just so down on this Bucs team, and I have been. And Connor, we're as Panther fans, I mean, I've never been high on the Baker Mayfield train, even when they're doing the MVP buzz and all this stuff, the fun comebacks. I know this Baker's always in there, and this Baker's always coming around the corner. The one we've seen over the last 4 or 5 weeks or so. We know this guy's in there all the time. This is why I'll never fully believe in the Baker Mayfield experience. I'm fully out on this Bucs team. Even if they do squeak their way into the playoffs, they're a team I'm going, can't wait to bet against.
Since their bye week, they've lost 4 or 5. I mean, they're just trending in the wrong direction. I think you're right, and I think that continues Thursday.
Yeah. Give me the Falcons. Okay. A game day graphic on the Atlanta Falcons is a problem. Atlanta Falcons on the road for that matter, too.
Yeah, not proud of that one.
Not proud of that one at all. Let's move on. Let's go. We don't have to talk about this game, but quickly, Browns-Bears. Breaking news from ESPN. Browns' Shedeur Sanders says he's focused on the Bears and nothing else. So just good to know.
What else would he be focused on?
Getting put in for 2-point conversions.
I thought that was ridiculous.
That was crazy.
What are we doing, Stefanski?
Chiefs Chargers.
Can I real quick on the we're doing a show, Carter. You want me to talk or not? Here's what I'll say about Shedeur. I have been very critical of his press conferences in college about his offensive line, about his run game. Credit to him for not throwing anybody under the bus when he was asked about the 2-point play. He said, I play when I'm supposed to be in there, and of course I want the ball in my hands, but you respect the coach's decision. Shout out Shedeur. Carter, Chargers.
Chiefs Chargers. Chiefs 4.5-point favorite despite how bad they've been in recent weeks. Over under 41.5 in this game. This is it for the Chiefs. I think are they mathematically eliminated if they lose this game, or just about?
No, if they lose, they're just about less than 1%.
Okay, so they're done if they lose. It's every game is a playoff game for the Kansas City Chiefs going forward, and they need help on top of that to close the regular season. And yet they're still a 4.5-point favorite, even though the Chargers just beat the Eagles on Monday Night Football. What's wrong with the Chiefs? What happened? Like, guys are healthy, guys are playing. It's just when you're watching that Texans game on Sunday Night Football, Connor, it's like when you're watching a 1 or a 2 seed in the NCAA tournament when you feel the upset brewing. You go, oh my gosh, they're overthinking it. They're pooping. They're freaking out. They're nervous. They feel all the pressure right now. Like they can't even hit open threes. The Chiefs, they can't catch open passes. Like guys are wide open. Mahomes can't hit the deep ball anymore. He's underthrowing the deep ball every single time at this point. And look, Kareem Hunt, I'm good. Hey, Kareem Hunt, we're good. We've done this song and dance over and over again. I don't get it with the Chiefs. Like, everyone's healthy. Rashee Rice, Hollywood Brown, Travis Kelce, they should be good. And they're just dropping passes. It's just straight up silly stuff. And these close games have cost them time and time again, which is absurd to see with this Chiefs team.
For whatever reason this year, they just don't have it. And it's one of those things. It's kind of what you mentioned. You're watching the Chiefs games and you're sitting there thinking, okay, surely they're going to turn it on now. Oh, into the second quarter, they're going to turn it on and score before halftime. No. Oh, third quarter, here they come. They're going to come out at halftime hot, rejuvenated. Andy Reid's got them right. Doesn't happen. All of a sudden, you look up and it's 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter and they're down 2 scores. And you're like, this is over. Like, barring a miracle, this is over. That's happened multiple times this year where you just sit there and expect them to turn it on and come back, and time after time, lost. Like, the Texans game, lost. Cowboys game on Thanksgiving, lost. The Broncos game, lost by 3. Like, even they barely squeaked out the Colts game. These are games you expect them to win, and for whatever reason, this season they just don't have it. And I'm not going to keep backing them because they're the Chiefs. Like, I think eventually a team tells you who they are throughout a season. I can't keep going back and being like, oh, well, this is the Chiefs. They know it's a must-win game. They're going to pull it off. I've said that 3 weeks in a row. And what's happened?
But what if they do?
See, what if they do? then I'm going to be wrong.
No, I had to put that in there. Dylan, what's going on with the Chiefs?
In this particular matchup, I am less interested in what is going on with the Chiefs and more interested in what's going on with the Chargers. And I understand that they just beat a really good Eagles team on Monday Night Football. You look at 4 interceptions. Let's just be honest, and they're not going to have James P. Sullivan on their team for this game. So we have to keep that into effect, too. Soli is not going to be on the field for this game. I actually do like the Chiefs in this matchup, and this isn't – it's less of a testament to what I think their playoff hopes are heading into the end of the season, but more, okay, the Chargers were the beneficiaries off of not only 4 turnovers, but also a fluky Jalen Hurts fumble. Like, it just seems like in that matchup, everything went right for the Chargers, and I wasn't really that impressed. Amari Hampton looked good coming back from injury, but other than that, I wasn't super impressed with the offense, and I think the turnovers are more of a product of Jalen Hurts making mistakes rather than the Chargers forcing them. So it goes against everything on this show. I know you guys made fun of on the NFL show you did without me, the number one rule of the show. It goes against it, but I like the Chiefs in this spot, and we'll keep talking about them for at least another week.
You know what's crazy is I just ripped the Chiefs. I do think they win this week.
Yep.
The Chargers beat them week 1. I think it's tough to beat a team like that twice in your same division, especially a team like the Chiefs. And I think you're right, Dylan. I think it was more Philly shooting themselves in the foot Monday night than it was the Chargers taking the game by the horns or anything like that. So I think you're right. I don't feel great about the Chiefs as a whole this season at all, like I said, but I do think they pull it out this weekend. It's going to be ugly, gross, but I think they win.
Chiefs are also Arrowhead merchants. We have to consider that. Big-time Arrowhead merchants.
They just lost at Arrowhead.
Well, it makes them like 20-3 in their last whatever, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Teams lose. That happens. Ask BYU.
I'm on the Chiefs too. It's the Bart Simpson meme. Say the line, Karter. Chiefs are gonna win. Yay! It's just every single
Chiefs
week.
are gonna turn it on and sneak into the playoffs. Yay!
Yep. It's just say the line. The Chargers closing the year at Chiefs, at Cowboys, home Texans, at Broncos. That is a brutal 4-game stretch to close the year. There is, I mean, look, if the Chiefs win this one, it's definitely not over for the Chiefs to win out because the Chiefs don't have that hard of a schedule going out. I think it's Chargers, Raiders, Broncos, Titans. Like, should be.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you do have to win out at that point, but we'll see. I mean,
it's not unfathomable.
We're gonna have to get Connor to Nashville for that one.
Or just buy me a flight, and then I'll go sit on the tarmac for 4 hours, watch a movie, get snacks, and then just come on home.
Whatever
Connor,
it takes.
I don't know if they did this to you. It happened to me this morning leaving JFK. There is no more infuriating thing in airport travel when they just do the 20 to 30-minute delays over and over and over, where it's like, oh, we're taking off at 9. Now we're taking off at 9:20. Then they wait till 9:20. It's like, oh, now we're taking off at 9:40. Okay, and then you get to 9:40, and it's, oh, we're going at 10. And then you get to 10.
Were you
and
on the
delay
plane
like
when that was
6
happening?
or 7 times.
Were you on the plane when that was happening?
No, luckily not. That's clutch. Being on the plane's a death sentence.
Why is that more infuriating than the alternative, assuming your flight's going to get canceled?
They're just
Because
lying.
Or delayed, I should say.
Why not just delay an hour? So then I know.
What are you going to do, leave the airport? You're going to be doing the same thing?
Leave the gate and go get food and stuff.
Okay. A 15-minute delay gives you plenty of time to go get food.
I don't
know.
Oh,
JFK.
my gosh.
Yeah, have you been at a busy airport?
Are you guys
If you
ordering
wanna go- if you wanna go
3-course
somewhere
meals?
If you want to go somewhere worth the crap, you got to get another gate. You got to take the tram somewhere. There's no telling.
Yeah, I'm not just grabbing McDonald's and then just scarfing it down at the terminal. Now I'm not, or at the gate. I'm not saying I'm above that. I would definitely do that, and that sounds kind of awesome right now as we're recording this podcast. But say you want to go to like a little Chili's.
You pay, 70% markup on your Chili's?
See,
at least McDonald's, it's reasonable.
You're going to the wrong
$800
airport.
to fly. So what's another?
That's
30?
even more of a reason to save your money. Save it up for another flight.
Or Dylan, or you go back into the Centurion Lounge.
I've got a problem. With them. I booked a Delta flight, but it was the new basic whatever, the cheapest one, and they wouldn't let me in the lounge.
That's the Delta Lounge. You didn't. But you can go into the Amex ones with those. Can't go into the Delta ones with the basic
Not many
ticket.
airports around me have the Centurion Lounge. We also, if I want to take Abby in, you got to pay an extra $50. We had a poor experience in New York at the Centurion Lounge. It's a whole thing.
JFK Lounge sucks.
But no, Karter. Go ahead.
if it wasn't for all of the perks, the Resi perks, we'd have a serious conversation. The streaming perks, we'd have a serious conversation about canceling the Platinum card because the travel benefits have been nerfed.
Nerfed. To answer your question, Carter, I was on the plane when it was happening. So we got the excuse of, so we board, everything's fine. They're like, hey, we're going to be 20 minutes behind schedule. We got to de-ice the plane. We've only got one de-icing crew out here today, and there's two planes in front of us. And already I'm like, why isn't the plane de-iced? It's 5 a.m. There's no, why isn't it already de-iced? Whatever. So we're waiting on that. And then we get the, actually there is other planes in front of us to take off. We got to sit on the runway for 20 minutes. I'm like,
that's the worst.
Okay. So, I'm listening to my podcast. And then we get the notification over the intercom that's like, there's been a ground stop in Atlanta, at least for another 2 hours. So we won't be able to leave. They have planes circling the airport that they're rerouting. At that point, I knew I was screwed. So we sat there for another 2.5 hours.
That's
Awful.
miserable sitting on the plane for that long and not moving. I didn't realize that.
3.5 hours total.
At some point, you have to think you have legal recourse. That's like kidnapping.
Yeah, I think
that you paid for.
I think when it hits 3 hours, they have to take you back to the gate, which is what we did.
There's been so many times where you're like dealing with sketchy airport weather, like the delays and all that. There is no worse feeling than when you get on the plane, it's like a later flight in the night, or you're doing a red eye or something, and you fall asleep, and you wake up, and you're like, oh, we landed? And you're like, we never took off. I slept for over an hour, and we didn't take off.
No, has that happened to you?
More than a handful of times, yes.
That's insane.
That is. See, I can't.
You're sleeping on a plane?
I will wake up through the takeoff if I'm asleep.
Oh.
Yeah.
You guys are falling asleep before the plane takes off?
If they turn the lights off, yeah.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
I'm out. Throw in some AirPod Pros, put on some peaceful music, I'm out.
Tell the person next to me, get me a Biscoff cookie and a ginger ale.
And that person being my wife, and then she's like, no, you do that for me. I'm like, all right.
Okay, question, Carter. We travel. We travel with our spouses. You take a middle seat every time?
Heck no.
Wow. See, I saw a TikTok that said it was like everybody wants to be married until you realize you're sitting in the middle seat your whole life from the perspective of the girl. And I was like,
valid.
No, I sit in the middle seat every single time.
Dylan, have you? Well, I can't. I don't fit. I already don't fit in the plane seat, so I have to take the aisle.
Every single time I'm middle seating it.
No.
Alexis has accepted her fate
now,
in the middle
it
seat.
depends on the flight time. If it's like a quick flight, I don't mind sitting middle. If I'm doing my usual cross-country flight to Utah or California or whatever, then no. Unless if
what if there's a layover?
If I
it's like 2 hours, 2 hours. Layover in Denver. You're flying to Salt Lake City, layover in Denver.
Yeah, it just depends. Depends.
Right.
But usually it depends what airline I'm flying. Like if I'm Southwest, no way I'm sitting in the middle. If I'm JetBlue Delta, I'm more inclined to sit in the middle.
Or he'll use that KarterKast corporate card to get the exit row upgrade.
First class.
Oh, exit row.
Yeah.
Exit row,
Comfort
I'm fine
Plus.
sitting middle. I don't mind sitting middle in the exit row.
I splooge on a good exit row every now and then.
You what? You splooge.
Splurge?
Splurge?
I wanted to say splurge, and then I decided to
Wow.
throw a curveball. That was
awesome. That was awesome. So maybe
Sweet
I have a
life.
bargaining chip then. I'm
Hold
the
up.
only husband in the world that sits in the middle.
Oh, yeah. And and for the people that don't know and that haven't seen you in person, like you're not a small guy. You're tall. Like
Oh, quit. Yeah, you threw the tall in there. I'm fat. I'm a
He's
wide
big,
gentleman.
big bones.
I am
He's big
medically
bones.
obese.
I'm not even saying that though. Like you're a taller dude. Like you're what,
Yeah.
6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah, 6'2".
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
6'7".
no, get in the aisle, get in the window. Yeah, the middle. You're not sitting middle seats, buddy. That
I
is
wish
a
Abby
big
was here
bargaining
right
chip.
now.
And yeah, you deserve a bargaining
That
chip
tells
for
me
that
a little
one.
bit about your relationship, Dylan. No, I'm just kidding.
As far as I know, that's a good thing.
Well, guys, speaking of splooge, Jets Jaguars.
Ooh,
Jags minus
JJ. Speaking of Jets, Jags, JJ 9.
I'm kidding. Yeah, screw that game. We actually do have a game of the week, and it's just hilarious that we end up with these game of the weeks at 1 p.m. every week. But yeah, Monday Night Football, it's like you get through the workday and you go, all right, Monday Night Football, what am I going to watch? And it's Dolphins, Steelers, Tua,
Hey.
Aaron Rodgers.
Boots on the ground. I'll be there.
How are you at all?
No,
are
you
Are you
won't.
sure?
You
Are you
will
sure
not
you're
be
going to be
there.
at this game?
We're driving, so we will be there.
Didn't that get flexed out?
No.
Or did it get flexed in?
No, it's always been that way. I've had these tickets for weeks.
No. Okay. All right.
I thought they had the choice to flex it out, but then I think they did it for next week with like the Niners game or something.
Maybe that was it. I saw some flex news. Okay.
Yeah, there was
Boots
some
on the ground, Steelers Dolphins Monday night, the 15th. I will be there, and we are driving. There will be no BS on the airport.
That's a scary drive from Knoxville to Pittsburgh in the winter like this.
It's about 7.5 hours.
You staying the night?
Yeah, we'll be there for like 4 hours probably.
Whew, you might. Hopefully, you get some good weather. That might, dude. I'm looking at the weather. You're not in a suite for this one, are you?
Not in a suite. No, we are out. We are outdoors. It's going to be 15 degrees. We are front row
that's
upper
what
level.
I'm seeing. Here. I'm seeing it. It's going to be in the teens at kickoff.
Yeah, we are layering up.
Bundle
Don't
up.
worry.
Anyhow, we're not doing the Monday night game. Bills Pats. That's the one I want to talk about because this is game of the week right here. The division will officially be decided at this point as well, and the Pats are still going for that 1 seed in the AFC. Pats are a 1.5 point favorite, over under 50.5 at Gillette. Pats got them last time in Buffalo. Dylan, does it happen again?
Can I abstain?
No.
Can I abstain? I vote. I dissent.
Nope.
Shout out RBG. Okay. Both teams in the luck rankings are in the top 12, so my official pick is going to be under. I think we have some scoring regression here. If you, G-U into my head, say, Dylan, you have to pick a side here, I'm probably going to go Bills. That's because both these defenses, as of recent, have been strong against the pass. They're both top 10 in EPA per pass attempt allowed. I trust the Bills to get it done on the ground more than I trust the Patriots. So I'm going to go Bills.
And look, Drake May's been awesome. I don't want to take anything away from Drake May. It's him and Matt Stafford for the MVP. That's how it should be. But also, the Pats haven't been blowing away a lot of these teams, like the Bengals, the Bucs, the Falcons. Like, they've just really, you look at the last, 7 weeks of their schedule since they played the Bills. Listen to this. Saints, Titans, Browns, Falcons, Bucs, Jets, Bengals, Giants.
Schedule merchants.
They're doing just enough to get by with some of these games.
And real quick, that was a Joe Flacco-led Bengals. This was not a Joe Burrow Bengals.
Woof.
They're doing just enough to get by on some of these games.
That's what I'm
Are we
saying.
sure it wasn't Browning?
It's Flacco.
It was Flacco.
It was Flacco,
Yeah.
yeah. That's awful. And look, yeah, you win your games in front of you. I'm not going to discredit them for anything like that. I just think this is, oh, crap. I know they beat them last time. I think the Bills just get them back on this one. I think Josh Allen has a big-time game. And like you mentioned, Dylan, I trust Buffalo's run game to get it done and win time of possession in this one. I don't necessarily love either of these defenses, but I think the Pats' defense has been propped up a little bit more by the recent teams they've been able to play against and the recent offenses they've played against, and it makes it look a little bit better than it actually is. I like Bills in this one.
I'm going to also go with Buffalo, so we're going to do the game day graphics.
Everything.
Chase Brown ripped him for 100 yards. That was his best game of the year. I do think James Cook's going to have success in this spot. I think Josh Allen's going to really move this team up and down the field on this Pats defense, and I do think the Patriots are due for one more loss heading into the playoffs. I don't think they're going to get off scotch-free and beat the Bills at Baltimore and then Jets-Dolphins. I think they're due for another loss in there, and I think it is this week against the Bills. Tough to beat a team like that twice, top of the division like that.
Moving on. I can't even talk today. Packers-Broncos. Packers minus 2.5. Over under 42.5 games in Denver. Big for seeding in both conferences. We've got a ton of just heavy hitter games this week. Lions, Rams,
really
Pats,
good.
Bills, Packers, Broncos, Niners, Titans. What a game that's going to be.
Red Hot Titans.
The Red Hot Titans. The Red Hot Titans, that's for sure. Packers are a 2.5 point favorite. Connor, Dylan, I'll let Dylan in on this one too.
Well,
I'll let Dylan in on this conversation as well. Sneaky fraud off?
yes.
I don't think it's sneaky. I think it's just
I
fraud off.
You see the 6-0 at home for the Broncos, 11-2 record. And you see 9-3-1 Packers. I mean,
You see the Packers are favored by a field goal as well in Denver.
So let me ask you a question, though, not to get too far off the path here. What matchup would you take right now that is not a fraud off? I would say
Lions-Rams.
Okay, there's one. I would say Bills, Panthers, there's still a fraud off element. Okay, all right.
What? We know what they are. We know what both teams are. There's no fraud happening.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
What are you talking about? You say a fraud off. It's a fraud is
Colts, Seahawks.
Listen, the Broncos potential fraud off. Patriots potential fraud off. Jaguars potential fraud off. Steelers potential fraud off. Packers fraud off. Eagles fraud off. Bucs fraud off. Seahawks fraud off.
Niners Titans.
No, we know what they are.
Yeah, we know exactly what those teams are.
I like the 49ers.
I like the Niners too. Yeah.
Bears fraud off. At Bears, you're getting them in a fraud off.
Who are they playing again? The Browns.
But listen. I'm not talking about just this week. I'm saying what top teams, if they're playing, are you not calling it a fraud off?
Patriots aren't. Rams.
Patriots are fraud off. But
No.
I got Patriots on fraud off.
No, you can't.
I've got Seahawks on fraud. I think 49ers, Texans, Bills, I don't have on fraud off. That'd be it. Rams. Lions.
Texans are fraud. It's
All right. They are or aren't?
are.
All right, next. Go.
Yeah. All right. Packers Broncos. Who wins this game quickly?
I like Green Bay here. I think they're favored by 2.5, 3 for a reason. I will continue to bet against this Broncos team week after week. Guys, I mean, they just pull something out of their ass. Oh, we're going to overtime with the Washington. They're going to go for 2, and they're going to miss, and we're going to squeak by 1 point. Tale as old as time. I like the Packers here.
Dylan wants to say tie so bad.
Wouldn't that be? I thought we were dangerously close to one on Monday Night Football. Give me Packers. I just can't. The Broncos, luckiest team in football. You know I love those. I'm going Packers.
Bo Nix is due for a stinker.
I'm going Packers too because this Packers team sneaky is a better team away from Lambeau, weirdly enough, as well. And this is in this matchup too. It's just like, what kind of Jordan Love are we getting? What kind of Bo Nix are we getting in this one? I feel a little bit better about Jordan Love, and then I feel like this Packers defense can expose Bo Nix a little bit more. I don't feel great about it, but I'm going Packers too. Also, I think that line kind of tells you what's going on there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Anyhow, Lions, Rams.
Ugh.
Rams 5.5, over under 55.5 games in SoFi. 5.5 for the Rams. That's a lot of points.
Some would say too many points. I would be one of those people. I do think it's closer than 5.5. Spread wise, give me Detroit. I actually think I'm going to take Detroit to win here. I think I'm going to take Detroit on the upset. I don't know if this might ruin the game day graphic, but I'm going to take Detroit. I think maybe we see one of those throwback, Montgomery and Gibbs dominating type games. Amon-Ra has 10 catches, and Jared Goff and nice weather in SoFi. Maybe he pulls it off. I'm going to go Lions upset.
Can I do the cop-out answer?
Yes.
Okay. Lions cover, Rams win.
See,
Bada
that's
bing, bada
Not
boom.
cop out.
fine with that.
If anything, that's
Hey.
more impressive.
Hey, Connor, that's a cop-out answer, isn't it?
it's a little bit of a middle.
How's
It's
that-
a little bit of a pander.
You've given yourself 5.5 points to work with instead of infinite on both sides.
Why do we even play the game? We should just rank these teams how we think they're going to be in the playoff.
Well,
and-
Where did
Vegas,
that come
Vegas
from?
has the
Where
Vegas
do we
has-
even start this old tirade from?
Vegas has the Rams as a 5.5 point favorite. I mean,
just give them the
PFF
win and put them in the playoff.
Yeah, and based off the PFF grades, I mean, honestly, let's just Rams 11-3, Lions 8-6. Like, kick the Lions out of the playoffs if they're
Yeah,
going to
head
be
to
5.5.
head doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If we have a group of old white guys just deciding who gets in the playoffs, then
Whoa,
maybe that's the
whoa,
best
whoa,
way to do
whoa,
it.
Whoa. What do white guys do to you?
Old guys too. Hate them all.
Wow.
I think you hate white people.
And old people.
Well, yeah.
I don't... Never mind. Next,
What do you think?
Rams all the way. I think the difference here, I think the offenses are pretty comparable in terms of their stats, but the defense is...
Well, Branch is out for the year now, right?
Yep,
Brian
Branch is out on the Lions side. And the Lions defense isn't bad. They find themselves in the middle of the pack for rush and passing EPA allowed, but the Rams defense is just so much more dominant, and I think that's the difference maker here. And it stinks because for theatrics, I think I kind of want the Lions, but I think the Rams take care of business. Number 1 in the Wilkerson ratings.
And it's interesting, too, because the Rams, I mean, they're 10-3 right now, and everyone's, I mean, they're still Super Bowl favorites and everything. I mean, they're not even close to locking their division up right now with the Seahawks, who are also 10-3. Yeah, the Rams have the head-to-head over them, but, I mean, the Seahawks...
Oh, that doesn't matter. No,
you're right.
Matter.
You're right.
Too early in the season. It's too early in the season. We should look at where they are now.
I love the little shots without actually having a conversation about it. Ooh, they're gut punch, Dylan. Ooh, yeah.
It's my specialty.
We're just getting a little in the NFL show.
Underhand zinger like a softball.
Okay, Dylan, you can leave the call if you want. Panthers, Saints, Panthers, 2.5-point favorite. We don't have to spend long on this. Just quickly, Saints.
You don't believe that.
I didn't, and then you see the line, and you're like, the Panthers should be a 4.5-point favorite over the Saints. Why is this line? Some books have it at 2.
Yeah.
It's a 2-point spread. Tyler Shuck.
You can't lose to the Saints twice.
Tyler Shuck's got a little something to his game to where the Saints might not be drafting a quarterback with their first pick.
I think it's a little early to say that, but maybe. We'll see. Small sample size so far.
The stats don't look insane, but when you watch the games, he's been making some big-time throws. I want to give him his flowers for a second. This is not a walk in the park. This is not easy. Maybe I'm just being a pessimistic Panthers fan, and I'm just worried that they're going to choke it in the most horrific way possible by getting swept by the Saints on the road. But Panthers are coming off a bye, too. So
we poo-pooed on the Panthers for losing to the Saints the first time, and we were like, if you want to be taken as a serious playoff team, that's a game you have to win, and you lose to Tyler Shuck in his first start. We're back to base one here. They redeemed themselves with a big win over the Rams, but if you want to be taken seriously as a playoff team, you beat the Saints in New Orleans, and you don't go 0-2 against the effing New Orleans Saints with Tyler Shuck. That being said, the line terrifies me. It should be 4. You're right. It should be 4, 4.5. It's 2, 2.5. I'm going to take the Panthers. I think it's close. I think they make us sweat, but I think the Panthers pull it out.
I pray I'm wrong. I pray to the highest power I'm wrong. Dylan, just go ahead and say Saints. You like the rest advantage, though.
I'm a fan of the rest advantage.
It's tough to beat a team twice.
Give me the Panthers.
There you go.
Gross.
Panthers, I'll take it.
Gross. Bryce Young, anytime touchdown, by the way.
Okay.
I want it on the record.
Can I be honest? I was watching the Monday Night Football game, and they panned over to Mike Wazowski playing quarterback, and I thought it was Bryce Young. I was like, wait a second.
Jeez.
Stop. No, none
That's
of
a
that.
that's a low
None of
blow.
that.
Literally a
Low. Low.
See, this is one thing that sucks about Dylan with the NFL pods, is that Dylan doesn't actually care that much about the Titans. He cares way more about Ohio State and Michigan and all this stuff. Like, if you talk about the Titans, he's just like, okay, it's the Titans. I don't care.
But I think if we were competitive, and I think if we were competitive and in the spot the Panthers were, it would be different. Like, going into the year, it was all lost. It was like, just, let's see some good things from Cam Ward. If we're competitive, it's going to be different.
Outside of the Will Levis delusion, like Will Levis derangement syndrome,
Well,
like, I feel like you're just too realistic about the Titans. Even when they were good.
Sometimes being realistic is Super Bowl.
No.
Detroit Lions last year. Realistic at this time last year was Super Bowl.
But we're talking Titans. We're not talking Lions.
Well, I understand, but I'm saying just the mental space of a fan. Ben was thinking Super Bowl this time last year. Realism can be Super Bowl, and then you're let down. Trust me, if the Titans end up being good, well, you'll get a little more Titans love out of me. But right now, it is what it is.
Fair weather.
No, I still love them. I still watch them. I got my damn it doll every week. This thing has seen more abuse than. I'm trying to think of someone that famously got abused. I'm trying to think of someone.
Nope.
No, all right.
It's
I
not
can't
there.
think
No,
of it.
it's not there.
No, it's not worth it.
There's something there that's going to bother me in the back of my brain. But yeah, I'll be excited. It is what it is. It just is what it is right now.
Sunday Night Football.
Wow.
9. J.J.
Wow.
McCarthy. Dak Prescott. 5.5. Dallas.
Must see TV.
47.5. This is the Dylan Wilkerson Super Bowl. Dak Prescott, J.J. McCarthy, must see TV. Dylan. J.J. McCarthy going to get it done?
Connor, would you like to apologize?
No, he's an awful quarterback.
3 touchdowns?
That brought his total up to 9 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. So yeah, he is getting
9.
back towards
9.
even.
9.
Yeah.
9. Shout out Germany. 9.
He's overcome a lot, and so
Yep. Depression, I think, and ADHD.
Teammates with a cancer survivor.
Single-handedly held the Commanders to 0 points last week. So are we just going to ignore that about JJ too?
Yeah, he did that.
Single-handedly held them to 0 points.
Elder abuse on that Commanders defense.
Josh Oliver, shout out Josh Oliver. I think 2 touchdowns if I remember correctly.
Yes.
I like the Vikings here. I think JJ found something. And not only do I think, and I love the Cowboys, don't get me wrong. I wanted to be in on the Cowboys. If I can't even remember who they played last week. They lost, right? Someone help me out here. Try me in. Tap me in.
Dallas,
Cowboys.
yeah, Dallas lost.
Who they play?
The Lions.
Lions, that's who it was. Yes. I want Dallas to make the playoffs. I think the Dak, Pickens, maybe CeeDee Lamb, who knows if he's going to be back or not.
Who knows if Pickens is going to play? He's tweeting all his BS out. He's dropping balls. Sorry.
That's bad.
Yeah.
I don't know why someone just doesn't tell him to stop.
What? To
Anyway.
what? To what? Tell him to what?
Stop
And dribble?
Stop
And catch
like
passes?
not stop running routes like he does.
Is that what you want?
Quick just don't
Why
be a
won't
head
somebody
case.
silence him? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, shut up. Shut up, George Pickens. Just play the game. Run your routes. Don't quit. He's quitting. And he did it in Pittsburgh.
He's worrying about too much outside the sport is what you're saying.
Listen, I don't care what he worries about outside the sport. Just make sure you worry about the sport a little bit. A little bit. He's out there half running routes when the game's like I don't know. I understand he's talented. I don't know how as a coach you would see that happen and be like, I want that guy on my team.
There has to be footage of young Republican Dylan out there somewhere, right?
I gave a speech at a Veterans Day assembly my senior year of high school. I gave a speech my freshman year of high school I would definitely get canceled for. And there is video footage of that somewhere.
Oh, no.
I don't know where it's at, but
Somebody's
I would definitely
going to get their grubby little hands on it
I
here.
was about
One
to
of our
say,
viewers.
you have a lot of haters, man. People are going to go find
Yeah. Yeah. We got to make sure that doesn't get
Scrub that.
Yeah, I don't think it's on YouTube or anything. I know one person had it. He recorded it on his camera. But I don't think he has that camera anyway. We'll see. I'll try to dig it up. But George Pickens, let's focus on the football. Let's make sure we're hustling. Let's make sure we're doing all these things, all right? All that being said, I like the Vikings this week. I like them. I think they win.
With all that being said, no thank you. Give me the Dallas Cowboys. I just can't with the J.J. McCarthy experience. I just can't. The Seahawks, I understand Seahawks really – you just see J.J. McCarthy. I'm not saying the Dallas defense is good. I'm not saying that.
That's good.
You see it? Okay, you want to say the Dallas defense is good?
No, I'm saying it's good that you're not saying that. I'm agreeing with you. That's a good start.
Okay, I was about to say. I mean, anytime he's played against kind of above-average defenses, it's just been horrific. The Commanders' defense, just a little confidence booster. Just give me the Cowboys. Don't overthink it.
J.J. McCarthy, bad quarterback. Dak, good quarterback. Javonte Williams, good running back. Aaron Jones, hurt, bad running back. Give me the
Jordan
Cowboys.
Mason? Jordan Mason?
Jordan Mason, backup running back.
Bad or good?
Bad.
Average.
Okay.
Kareem Hunt. Comparable.
That's mean. That's just mean. And you guys do that while I'm gone, too.
Well, Dylan, before we wrap up with NFL stuff, let's do a parlay, and then I want to transition for just very briefly because it's going to be a minute before we're able to talk some college ball real quick. Quickly, parlay picks, and then I want to do a little college ball stuff. So
Can I get something off my chest real quick? Actually, two things real quick about NFL before we make the full transition. The first one, let's do this for the clip. All 6-7 team. If you had to pick one of these 6-7 teams to make the playoffs, Ravens, Chiefs, Dolphins, who are you going?
Ravens.
Give
Chiefs.
me the Chiefs. I'm going down with the ship.
Can I just get it?
Give me the
Everybody,
Chiefs.
Yeah, come on, Carter. Yeah. 6-7 clip. All right. My second one.
Somehow, I'm more disgusted with that than I was when we did Taylor Swift stuff.
Curmudgeon. No fun allowed on KarterKast.
That felt a little dirtier. You're right.
Fun police over here. Justin Herbert brushing off Laura Rutledge trying to get an interview.
Yes.
Fair or foul?
Conspiracy. What if that was a little girlfriend saying, "Hey, you're not doing an interview with her"?
Wow, that's huge.
Now you're just
That
trying
is
to
huge.
start something. We're trying to make headlines now. Trying to make waves. Madison Beer bans Justin Herbert from on-field interview
With Laura Rutledge.
That's awesome. I never even thought of that. I was ready to come on here and be so upset and do my normal. If you get paid millions of dollars to play a sport, sign autographs, do the interviews.
He was
But
looking
that
for
just changed
someone.
my whole perspective.
Well,
He was looking for someone.
Yeah, and
He's
then
going to celebrate with his team, he said. He said, I just want to go celebrate with my team. And then you got Laura over here, like, her job is to get these interviews.
She literally chased him across midfield.
Yes. Like, that's her job. And it's almost like Herbert would have to know she's coming, too, to run away from her.
Well, he's not. This isn't game one. He's been in the league how many years? He's been interviewed after a game how many times? They're going to come find the quarterback. They're going to come find the head coach, and they're going to go find the guy that picked off the pass at the end. That's how it goes every time. You have to expect that. There's no getting out of it. They will get it no matter what. There's no getting out of it.
yeah,
Thought it was hilarious that he made her chase him across the field, though.
And Herbert,
she had more pursuit on him than frickin' the Eagles D-line did most of the night. Bryce Hall, I mean, golly.
Well, Mike Wazowski slander.
my comparison would be Herbert has the crazy girlfriend that's like, you can't even look at the waitress at the restaurant, so he's just like this, just won't look.
Cover your eyes
Braille.
during any movie scene where it's like anything. No, you need to look down at your knees while this scene's on. We're going to fast forward.
I like
And
that story
please-
a lot better.
It's the plot.
NFL parlay picks.
I'm putting my nuts on the table here. Packers -2.5 in Denver.
Chiefs -4.5.
Wow, I love it. Commanders Giants over 47.5. They both play fast, averaging over 70 plays per game. Points galore.
We
I
might
like
have just cooked one up right there.
Back to back?
Favorites and
back.
overs. That's the KarterKast specialty.
Favorites and overs. We're square. We're a square show.
Boom.
Hey, but did it hit last week?
It sure did.
It sure did.
Did.
Huh? And
Can confirm.
Was it hitting when we were trying to get cute with the Raiders? The Raiders ever being on Titans ever being on this graphic? No, never.
That feels
Anyhow.
unnecessary.
Quick college ball, very briefly. Dylan, I know you said it was going to be a blowout, but I feel like I didn't give you a chance on the reaction show to give you a victory lap for the Ohio State game.
Anybody that watches football knew that this was coming.
Oh.
The first real game that Ohio State played, and we could say Texas or whatever, right? We know what Texas is. And to be honest, if we want to pivot the conversation eventually, you want to look at one school that should probably be upset. Probably Texas is probably in that conversation about the playoffs. But,
Two of them.
well, yeah,
BYU and Texas.
they were knocking at the door.
Well, honestly, the playoff would have been much easier if you just kicked Bama and Miami and Notre Dame out and just put BYU and Texas in.
Ohio State loses. We all expected it. Diego Pavia is the Heisman. Any questions there?
Pavia's Heisman.
Pavia has to be the Heisman. And I truly do think that they will give it to him because Mendoza, does Mendoza feel like a vanilla Heisman winner? Like it's
all
a
of them feel like
de
vanilla
facto.
Heisman.
But I don't think Pavia does.
Just because of his personality and everything. But vanilla is the wrong word. I think it's a weaker Heisman winner.
But Pavia is the more
Piazza?
Piazza.
Like Piazza?
Piata. I'm a little hungry over here. I was thinking, like, Pavia has the rushing and the passing numbers. Mendoza doesn't really. Sayan's out of the conversation. Love is out of the conversation. It's a two-man race. And it feels like they may just give Pavia the award de facto because they're not in the playoffs.
Well, and also, I just don't want the Heisman to turn into every other MVP award in professional sports that's give it to the best player on the best team. Let's give it to the best player. That's what the Heisman is and almost always has been. So it's got to be Pavia.
I'm in on that. I also have another. I understand this started talking about Ohio State, Indiana. I have another take I want to get out there. A lot of backlash about the automatic conference champion bids with JMU and Tulane. I think the difference between this year and last year is with Boise State, and this just goes to show like just human nature. There was a compelling storyline. You had the Ashton Jeanty storyline that was like he has more yards after contact than half the Power 4 running backs do. And this year it's like JMU, honestly, you have the whatever his name is, Sluka, the guy that quit UNLV last year because of NIL.
Yeah.
Like that's
Matthew
kind
Sluka.
of compelling. Matthew Sluka, but it's like no one's really talking about that, and people are upset about Tulane and JMU getting in, thinking it should be more deserving. We have to figure out a way. I know we joke, and to the extent to where the playoffs are subjective, you have a group of people that decide who is in the playoffs, but it's almost like with those bottom seeds, you need a little bit of subjectivity to be like, okay, last year Boise State was compelling because they had a story. This year it's like people are just going to be upset.
Not even just a story. It's also they played Oregon tight on the road. They showed they were good enough to compete in those kind of games like that. So I think that's a whole nother point for that. Also, like, do we just end up seeing with conferences where they bring in their own smaller committees to decide their conference championship games, being like, oh yeah, we're gonna have
What, like the Hunger Games? Like, oh, this is our District 12 bid. Hey, this is our ACC bid. We voted on it.
Yeah, never seen Hunger Games. Not gonna lie, I skipped Hunger Games to watch the Iron
Wow.
Bowl.
There you
Kick
go.
6.
But you skipped Chiefs Cowboys to watch Wicked 2?
It's all full circle.
Skip's a strong word. What is the word when it's done without your consent?
Well, there's a few words for that.
Next.
Next
and I
segment.
do want to go while we're doing playoff thing to wrap it up. I understand we're going to go back and forth on Notre Dame, Miami, whatever it might be. My one main takeaway. What?
I was going to say I just can't wait for the playoff preview.
If you summarize my main college football playoff takeaway in one point, it is do away with all of the rankings leading up to Sunday. That's probably what I sum it up.
I don't know, because then people are going to be pissed off that there is. I mean, then it's just like there's no transparency with it, and then the conspiracy.
There's already kind of not, though. To be fair, like
There's already
what they
not.
did this year.
I get that, but then that would just be exacerbated 10 times more if there was all of a sudden magically the rankings come out, because then the committee can truly do whatever they want.
But they already do.
Yeah, I think there's enough bullying online that can force the committee into thinking certain situations with media narratives.
It happened this year. They bullied him into putting Miami in over Notre Dame.
I know, and I think that's a good thing, but if we don't have those rankings, the committee doesn't have to listen to that.
That's a fair point. I guess that's a fair point. But so you're saying bring back bullying?
Yes, in that sense.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Bullying in some cases.
Before we get out of here, real quick, Notre Dame, they miss the playoff, and then they decide to not go to a bowl game. I'm all for it. I like it.
No, soft.
No,
But
I think it's kind of soft. I do think it's kind of soft.
I now I don't know.
You're not going to make money off of us. You're not going to do that.
I don't get the exact financial ramifications of all of it and how much money they'd get. Might have been a stupid decision on that part and everything. But also, like, if you're Notre Dame, I mean, you just got blatantly screwed.
Well, okay, in the sense of like Dylan said, the weekly rankings, I get it. Neither them or Miami played, and then all of a sudden Miami jumps them. Yeah, in that sense, you got to be upset as a Notre Dame fan. But it never should have been that way in the first place.
But I don't. It doesn't matter if you're Notre Dame. You're Notre Dame. You're like, we were ranked above them for every single week, and then out of nowhere, neither team played, and all of a sudden we're ranked behind them.
Imagine being a senior on that Notre Dame team, and it's like, oh, we got a chance to go to the playoff, and then all of a sudden you don't make it, and you're like, well, at least we got a bowl game, one more game in my career. Nope, we're opting out. Your career's over. Like, that sucks.
And that's the Notre Dame AD tried to go on some show and say that
Too late.
they left it all up to the captains, and they all decided no. And the one thing I will, like, when it was put this way, I kind of understood it a little bit more. I still think it's wrong, but they get to go home and be with their families for Christmas and get ready. You know, they don't have to get ready for a bowl game that in their mind doesn't matter. But I still think it was super soft to do. Now, and I also will say in Notre Dame's favor, there's like 6 other teams that opted out of their bowl game that no one's talking about.
Yeah, Iowa State, Kansas State, now they have coaching turnovers, and they might not be able to...
Wait a second. That's a lot of Big 12. Big 12 opt-outs?
Yeah, coaching changes. And also, they might not be able to field teams.
Yeah. Okay. Huh?
They might not be able to field teams. They're all hitting the portal. Also,
Who's leaving the Big 12, though? Who would leave a coaching
I mean, that's a
job
tough conference. That's like, if you want to play the best of the best, you're going to the Big 12.
We'll talk.
They get 2 teams in every year.
We'll talk on the preview. I'm not ready to argue right now.
But we're not talking about BYU on the preview.
No, we're not talking BYU on the preview. We're done.
Okay,
it's
all
over.
right. I just want to make
it's
sure.
Over. No, but if you ask any player that's played college football about bowl games, I mean, I've talked all the BYU guys. Whenever they have to play those ones near Christmas, there's nothing more miserable than you have to travel for some pointless game during Christmas.
Whenever Alec went to L.A. for the Holiday Bowl and then it got canceled.
It got canceled because of COVID because UCL was like, F that.
Oh, man.
Is
Or
there
they
an
have to go
element,
to
though?
Jacksonville for the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl?
Yes.
No thanks. And if you're BYU or you're Notre Dame is like, all right, guys, we can either go play this pointless Pop-Tart Bowl and, miss Christmas with our families and all this, or we could leave and spend Christmas in Orlando and go play in the Pop-Tart Bowl. And only, what good does it do if Notre Dame goes out and wins 49-0 against a BYU or a Georgia Tech? Does it do anything?
They can claim themselves as national champions, apparently. That precedent's been set already.
Well,
you think that SpongeBob clip's like, let's leave.
Well, I mean, we'll get to the preview show because I did lie because BYU will be mentioned. But
Well, nice.
the Pop-Tart Bowl is the national.
I think I'm sick.
The Pop-Tart Bowl is the national championship.
Who are they playing?
Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Well,
killer defense.
took us a few teams to commit to it, but Georgia Tech.
If you would have told me Penn State and Clemson were playing late in December, I would have said it was for the national championship.
What
I think
game
I
is
did.
it?
I think I did say that.
What game are they playing in?
I got it pulled up here. If you just give me, it's late in the bowl season. They're playing in the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe
Yankee
Bowl.
Stadium?
Yankee Stadium. Earning their pinstripes.
Oh, that is great. Surely that's a quarterfinal game. Surely.
I love it. Oh my gosh. I do have a take here. I think these group of 5 bowl games, though, you don't see as many opt-outs. They're a little more compelling. Like, I understand it's for the sickos, but like FIU, UTSA, there's one at the top. Troy and Jacksonville State, like, you're going to get people that care about that game. Those are fun bowl games.
I don't know.
Old Dominion, South Florida. Come on.
I
Louisiana,
think
Delaware.
I'm snoozing.
I was about to say, I think you're just excited to bet on some daytime college football one last time.
I was going to say, you're not watching that at noon. Noon the week before Christmas. Work is basically stagnant.
Probably not.
Oh, my gosh. What are you doing?
I'll probably be at the Duke's Mayo Bowl, Wake Forest, Mississippi State.
Hey, if you're not here at the end of December, then don't be here in September.
August. How do you? Come on, August.
Well, August, no one really cares.
Oh,
yeah, well,
Carolina
those
and
games
Ireland
don't
next
matter.
year.
Blah, blah, blah.
We care.
They matter a lot less. That's when you get into September and stuff. It matters. Then you
Yeah.
got your Georgias playing Charlottes, and
You got your
And your
Bama's
Miami's
playing
playing
Florida
Notre
State.
Dame,
Yeah.
well, you got what sample size of 2? It is kind of crazy. Notre Dame's season came down to that one play at the end of Texas A&M.
That one missed holding call. Don't say those calls matter. Oh, come on. You know that was the most blatant missed holding call maybe we saw all season.
This all started with Ohio State, Indiana.
Yeah, well, let's wrap it
Eat
up.
it, Ohio State fans. Losers. You're wrong again. You're wrong. I'm right. Ha, ha, ha.
I also loved, usually whenever, you do the clip and then Dylan's wrong about the clip or something, you just see it go from like 80,000 views to like 180,000 views. Then
and there's more comments than likes.
It went from 81,000 views to 84,000 views.
Yep.
I think that was just Dylan watching it 3,000 times over.
People don't want to be held responsible for their actions. That's the problem.
All right, let's get out of here. At KarterKast on everything. Download SeatGeek. Use code KarterKast. $20 off your first purchase. $50 minimum purchase required. Tickets for the holidays. Christmas present. Use code KarterKast. Create an account. Super easy. Use code KarterKast at SeatGeek.com today. At Connor_Sparrow. At CarterB8. If you're on Threads, you can find Dylan. I'm sure it's not too hard. At KarterKast on everything. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll be back. We got our playoff preview next week. We got football recap from the NFL. We got a ton to get to. We'll see y'all then. Adios. Bye.